Thank you very much to our partners at Senior Statesmen of Virginia, the volunteers there. It's an entirely volunteer-driven organization, for all the work they've done getting ready for this forum, and for all of my colleagues here on the team at the Senior Center that have put a lot of effort in to making this event go as smoothly as possible and hopefully to make you as comfortable as possible. And thank you all for coming, because putting this all on with empty seats really would not be worthwhile. So we appreciate your being here. The Senior Statesmen and the Senior Center both share a lot in common in that we do both serve the population 50 plus and are also just about providing information for you as the community to help make the best decisions that you feel. It's not for us to tell you how to think or how to vote or how to act, but we do like providing information for you to have the best information firsthand from the candidates today to learn more and to make informed decisions here in the greatest example of democracy here in our country. So we're very proud to be a part of it. And the Senior Center is celebrating its 50th year serving our community. And of course, we have always been called Senior Center, but we've always served as a greater community center. Open to all ages. We see people, in fact, I'd like to see some 4- and 5-year-olds, I think, scurrying around now too. We're very welcome and glad to have them. And folks that are not just Senior Statesmen and Senior Center members, but are members of the broader community. We serve as a center for the entire community, and we're very happy to open our doors for events like this. Civic engagement, of course, is a big part of what the Senior Center is about, too, through volunteering and providing information about what's happening in the world around us, whether it be here in the Branchlands neighborhood or around the globe. So thank you very much. It's going to be a very exciting forum today. We appreciate you coming, and I'll give it back to Bill. Thank you.
Okay, welcome to the 8th presentation of the 5th Congressional District Candidates Showcase, presented by the Senior Centers of Virginia. My name is Bill Hodson, and privileged to be the president of the Senior Statesmen. Seeing this larger than normal audience tells me that many of you don't attend our monthly meetings. So, I would like to tell you that our forums are designed to be political, but nonpartisan, and with an educational overture to them. Our purposes are to enable seniors to identify and articulate their viewpoints on the issues affecting all Virginians, and to encourage knowledge of and active participation in the public process of government. I would like to emphasize that because we are nonpartisan, invitations were extended to all 3 registered candidates. The Republican candidate chose not to accept. However, we are very pleased to have Congressman Tom Perriello, and independent candidate Jeffrey Clark, present. I extend to each and every one of you an open invitation to all of our forums that are held here the second Wednesday of each month, and actually ask you to join if you can, and because it's the best deal in town at $15 a year per household. So you get 12 months of educational forums, and the place where you signed in will be glad to give you the form to fill out, to join, and we would love to see you. Our moderator for this program is Director of Communications and Alumni Relations for the Sorensen Institute of Political Leadership, a best-selling author, a historian and political analyst, a graduate of William and Mary College and of the University of Virginia. We know the moderator best through his radio program, Charlottesville Right Now with Corey Barefoot, Central Virginia's premier public affairs radio program. A compelling mix of public, politics, literature, history, science, and a great tour of local issues. Mr. Barefoot, the program is yours.
real thrilled. We already have a bunch of questions ready to go. My name is Coy Barefoot. It's a privilege to welcome you to the 2010 5th District Congressional Showcase, an issues forum sponsored by the Senior Statesmen of Virginia. Founded in 1996, the Senior Statesmen of Virginia is a nonprofit, nonpartisan organization created to educate seniors, identify and articulate their viewpoints on the issues affecting all the citizens of Virginia. This is an all-volunteer organization. There is no staff. They are citizens of this great state, members of our community, and they're committed leaders and proud to work to make democracy stronger. You can learn more online at seniorstatesmen.org. The event today is not a debate. This is an issues forum. There's no resolution that will be challenged, positive or negative. This is an opportunity that we have as citizens to hear from our candidates for office, the 5th District seat in the United States House of Congress. Incumbent Congressman Tom Perriello is with us today. He is a member of the Democratic Party and was first elected to Congress in 2008. Independent candidate Jeff Clark is with us as well. Jeff is a member of the Danville Tea Party, but said that he supports the Republican Party as well. Virginia Senator Robert Hurt, the Republican nominee, was invited to participate, as you just heard. He has declined, and I'm sure I speak for everyone in this room when I say that I wish he had chosen to join us. The Charlottesville Daily Progress reported this morning that Robert Hurt is the first candidate to decline to participate in this forum since the Senior Statesmen launched the event in 1996. So here's how it's going to work today. We'll begin with opening remarks from both candidates. Each candidate will have 15 minutes. The timer is going to be down here, and you both know the colors, the codes, and what we're working with here. Okay? Following the opening remarks, we'll go to questions from our audience. We'll do it National Press Club style. Many have already been submitted on cards. Thank you for being legible. I started needing reading glasses a couple years ago, and I just haven't made the jump yet. I need to go buy some. If you do want to get a question in, they can still be collected, and they can still be delivered up to me. If something occurs to you over the next 30 minutes during the opening remarks, don't hesitate. Right over here, collecting the cards, handing out cards. Make sure you get your question in if you want to participate. Each candidate will answer a question. They'll have 2 minutes to respond to the questions. We can pose questions to both of them, or if one of the cards says specifically, this is for Congressman Perriello, or this is for Jeff Clark, we'll direct the questions to that individual. Please take a moment right now to make sure that your cell phones and portable devices are turned off. Thank you very much. Please do not call out or yell during the event today. We will ask you to step outside if you don't respect the rights of your neighbors to hear. Thank you very much. And we decided who will go first? Okay, Congressman Perriello has elected to go first in the opening remarks. Again, opening remarks from both candidates, 15 minutes each. Congressman Perriello, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much, Coy, for that introduction and for being here to moderate with us today. You're certainly a mandate for radio, but we're happy to see you in person today. In all seriousness, I just want to thank the Senior Statesmen of Virginia for being a great organization that is trying to elevate the level of public debate. I've enjoyed my interactions with the forum. They've been substantive, and particularly the hosting of this forum, which 2 years ago was the first debate I ever participated in as I got into politics. And it was something where I was particularly pleased to be doing it here because my grandparents had been such an active part of the Senior Center. And I certainly want to thank the Senior Center for hosting, but also for all the great things they do for seniors in our community and for everyone else in addition to that. The grandparents that I mentioned ended up spending their last couple years down in Gazebo Court, just a couple blocks away. And their daughter is here tonight, which is my mother, Linda Perriello, if you could give her a hand in the back. And I mention that only because at the first debate, she stood in the back and spent the vast majority of the forum actually in the hallway, too nervous to listen. And has suggested that this time she thinks she'll be able to actually be here and stand through it, but she is sitting right on the cusp. You'll notice that. We'll see how that goes today. Just to address the issue of Senator Hurt's absence, I can just say, given how important this forum has been in the past, it was an honor to sit up here with Congressman Good last time and exchange ideas. We had a spirited debate, and one thing that was great about a campaign with Mr. Good was there was never any question where he stood. We disagreed a lot of the time, but he was more than happy to stand up and say what his values were and his positions were. It was a valuable forum. And no one's entitled to this seat. No one gets it for free. You've got to fight for it. You've got to make the case to the voters. There's been a lot of talk about discussion of televised debates and this, that, the other thing. It has been my strong position that Mr. Clark, as a credible candidate, as a candidate on the ballot, as a veteran and a business owner, and as a man who really, frankly, represents a lot of the views I hear from constituents a lot of the time, belongs in those debates. Senator Hurt's made it very clear that he will not allow Mr. Clark in the debates, and I think that that is a shame in terms of our democratic process, particularly a year when the economic stakes are so high. But given that he repeatedly refuses to do that, even after having pledged the contrary, let me be very clear. I challenge Senator Hurt to 4 one-on-one televised debates so that voters get more than 30-second TV spots. 4 televised debates. The voters deserve that. The stakes are incredibly high this year in terms of the jobs, in terms of the deficit, in terms of wars we're fighting, and voters deserve more than hiding behind negative TV spots from your allies in the insurance industry and the oil industry. Voters deserve that in this economy. Again, I think it would be better if all candidates were allowed, but if that's not plausible, I think we need an opportunity on television for voters around the district to hear from that, and I hope Senator Hurt will not back out of that challenge. Let me